Hey guys, fellow electrician and repair techs. Today I'm walking you through the VC1508PD insulation multimeter. Let's learn it step by step. In this video, I will cover the test list, the multimeter and insulation two main functions and its understanding features of the PI, DAR, time, and other more functions. Let's start it with plain and simple way, so even total beginners can pick it up easily. First up, let's tear the standard test lists apart. Do not mix them up. One set for the insulation testing. It includes a remote test like this one, and another one is alligator. This is for insulation test, and this pair is for the multimeter works, like the voltage, resistance, capacitance, measuring. Keeps them separate. Now let's go over how to plug them in correctly. Now, just keep this rule in mind. The left jacks and this pair test leads are for the insulation test. It marks insulation pair, and we can connect these test leads, this remote test leads, to these positive terminals, and this alligator to the negative point like here. That's it. And for the right jacks, for this regular test leads for the standard multimeter measurements, this black one is the far right common port, and this red one into this terminal for the voltage, frequency, resistance, and capacitance measurements. One more time for the test leads connecting, because while this wrong can damage the meter and maybe cause safety risk, so be careful. Multimeter insulation. Okay, now let's get into the insulation testing tips for it. First of all, make sure the equipment is fully powered off before you start. We can pick the test voltage based on what we're checking. Use this 100 and 250 volts for home appliances and low voltage gear. For the 500 and 1000 volts, we can go to the motors, cables, and distribution boxes. For the highest gear of the 2000 and 500 volts, setting strictly large high voltage equipment. Don't just crank up for the voltage randomly. Then here's a small tip. This clip alligator to the equipment. This alligator needs to connect to the equipment casing or the ground wire. Then touch the probe to the target wire. We do not have to reach for the meters test buttons here for the high voltage work or the remote operation. Just need to press this test button on the remote system. Remote test needs to start insulation measurement. The number on this screen is the insulation resistance in megohm. For most motors, if the reading drops below 0.5 megohm, insulation is beyond and the leaking current. It needs to fix that right away. Okay, now let's see the insulation understanding point. When we check in the insulation, this test sees the pulse wire by PI, that means polarization index, and DAR, dielectric absorption ratio. It can calculate them automatically, perfect for finding hidden issues like moisture, dust build-up, degrade insulation. We can press this PI-DAR button to switch between them. Now, okay, let's start with the DAR. Dielectric absorption ratio. It refers to the insulation resistance measured within 1 minute to the insulation resistance measured within 15 seconds, or it may be 1 minute and to the 30 seconds. It's a reading about 1.3 is good. If it's newer than 1.3, it might have oil, dust, or partial damage. trying cleaning the equipment and testing again. Next, then say the PI automatic polarization index. It refers to the ratio between the insulation resistance within the 10 minutes and insulation resistance within the 1 minute of the test. The standard pass mark is over 2.0. For the idle motors, transformers, and high voltage cables, a normal single reading doesn't always mean you are in the lower PI means moisture inside. Powering it on directly and could cause a short circuit, so dry it out thoroughly first. Another understanding function of this tester is the time button to set needs durations. Try it. It's for the 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 10 minutes. The meter handles the timing and must automatically, super handy for on-site work. This is the insulation functions of this tester. Okay, now let's go to the regular multimeter features. This is the NCV long contact voltage detector. Needs no wiring. Just hold it close to the wires to check for the live power and use the standard restless leads for the voltage, frequency, capacitance, resistance, diodes, and continuous test speed. It covers all your common circuit checks. Here's a note on the frequency of this tester. You can see there is no standard frequency gear for this panel. Just need to turn the dial to the AC voltage first, then hit the function button to switch to the frequency mode. The screen will show the display the frequency, and then you can check if the power supply is running steadily. Okay, then let's run through the common buttons quickly. Range. Tell between the out and manual range. This is real. Eliminates the lead resistance for more accurate readings. This is the hold to freeze the display so you note down the data easily. For long press, it's the backlight functions, gives you a clear view when selecting in the dark. And this select is for the AC and DC voltage choice. We can choose the frequency from at the AC voltage. Alright, we are already talked about all the basic functions and operation guides for this tester. Some friends may notice that doesn't include a current testing gear, right? This is a deliberate design choice, not a missing feature. It's built specifically for professional insulation testing on the motors, cables, and high voltage gear. These systems can read hundreds or even thousands of amperes, the way beyond regular multimeter pouch can handle. In the trade, we always pair this meter with a clamp meter for high current tests. Using two tools together is safer and more accurate. Remove the current circuit also simplifies internals of both voltage resistance and improves anti-interference. Your insulation data will be more stable and the risk during high voltage tests are lower. With stream functions, it's built perfectly for the daily grind of field electricians. Finally, let's do a summary. This is all-in-one tool, handles insulation tests, basic electric measurements, and voltage detection. It is great for appliances repair, factory work, EV charger maintenance, and also the high voltage line inspections. Especially its PI and DAR function is useful for spotting the potential faults earlier. This is the video for today for this insulation multimeter. If you like my video, drop a comment on any questions. Thank you for your time. See you next time.